Lisa. Long time no see. So it says we've got 6 people on so far, but it's only showing up Lisa's name. So just say hello. And then I will get started. Everyone's being shy. Who else we got on, guys? Okay, so I'm just going to get started. Basically, the hustle mentality that I want to talk about this morning is something that has been a big part of... Hey Kelly, how you going? So the hustle mentality has been a big part of my life for ages, yeah? And I've spent a lot of time coming out the other side of that and finding more balance in my life. So this came up because a client was saying on the weekend in my group that she feels bad that she's not hustling on the weekend. And I'm like, well, do you need to hustle? Yeah? Like, why do you feel that you need to hustle? And, hey Ria, hey Connie, hey Miranda. So basically, to give you a bit of background, my personality, I'm very masculine in my personality. I'm very push, go. I work hard and I actually struggle to take time out and to slow down. That comes from my own personality. It also comes from my dad. My dad's always worked hard and struggles to stop, and even still now at 52. And I think it comes from society as well for most people, yeah? We're told that if we stop for a moment, then we're being lazy. Or, you know, it comes all the way back from the Industrial Revolution of you got to work hard to get your money each week. But in this day and age, it's different. In this day and age, we can work smarter for our money. We don't necessarily have to do 40 hours a week to get X amount of dollars. For example, when there was one day, hey Zoe, there was one day last week where I made more than double. This is in total sales, not cash in the bank, by the way. I made more than double in sales in one day than I used to make in a whole year. More than double. Yeah, so that doesn't mean that you got to work for a whole year to be able to get that amount of money. So we've got to change our perception. We've got to change what people have told us, what society's told us, and you've got to realize what your limiting beliefs are that are holding you back into this mentality of struggle and push and hustle and like, you know, a lot of stuff comes up around that. It's like guilt and shame. It's the belief that you have to work hard for money, that money doesn't grow on trees, that it can't be easy. And so I want you guys to post in the comments box here, what are some of those beliefs that you have around making money? Lisa said VIP. So what are some of those beliefs that you have around making money, guys? Do you, or any of that stuff that I just said, does that resonate with you? Was your dad or your mum always hardworking? Did they say that money doesn't grow on trees? Do you think that you have to work hard to make money, that it can't be easy? Yeah, what are your beliefs around money? And so put them in the comment box here, but after this, have a deeper think about it, because these things, and they're not always negative, you can obviously have positive ones as well, but these things will either help you to grow and move forwards, or they will hold you back, okay? And you need to have empowering positive beliefs to be able to move forwards and reach your goals. Connie said work smart to make smart money. Yeah, that's an interesting one, isn't it? That's good, yeah? Depending on how you see that, obviously. Miranda said, could my business really make 1 million? Yeah, so, you know, if you're just starting out, that's going to be way too far ahead for you and it's going to hurt your brain. I'm only at the stage now, after 6 years, where I fully believe within my mindset and the strategy that I have and the support that I have, that I will get there this year, Miranda. Okay, so I think don't even think about making 1 million, because that's going to overwhelm you and it's going to hold you back. Lisa said, working in retail, it was always, if I'm standing still, I'm not working or wasting time. Now I'm like that in my business. Yeah, interesting. Zoe said, yes, I've always been told I need to work hard for money. Yeah. So I've had nurses say that to me as well, Lisa. Like, oh, I'm not on my feet all the time anymore, so I must not be working hard. Yeah, so I want you guys to look at that belief and look at how it's holding you back, or everyone who's commented. And if you haven't commented, whatever's going through your head. Hi again. Oh, I had a little break and then I did another one. So you want to have a look at what those beliefs are, yeah? And you want to tell yourself why it's actually bullshit, why it's not true, and what you want to replace that with. And then I want you to notice anytime that you're telling yourself these things, anytime it pops through your head, I want you to start telling yourself something different. Even if you don't believe it 100% at first, when you start telling yourself something different, you start instilling this new belief and you start taking actions from that place. Okay? So, and does that make sense, guys? Lisa said, I think people think I'm not a real business as I'm not always working. I can triple what they earn now. Exactly. So who gives a fuck what other people think? And they might not even be thinking it. It might be what you're thinking they're thinking. Yeah? So, I used to be the same when I had a boot camp business. Yeah? I would see other boot camps that had 50 or 100 people in them, or like sessions with like 50 people in one session, but I knew the behind the scenes info. And so if it looks like on the outside that someone's doing really well, behind the scenes they might not be. And hey, Michaela. And so like there would be these people with 50 people in a boot camp, and when I started doing business coaching, I would find out that they were charging $5 a session and they were struggling to make any money. Yeah, whereas I had 15 tops in a session and I got my business to 200k in under 2 years. So who gives a fuck what it looks like on the outside? You know your truth. And so let go of that comparison, let go of that judgment, let go of what others may or may not be thinking, and just worry about yourself. Awesome, Michaela. So Michaela, we're just talking about like limiting beliefs around money, basically. Hey, Jake, how you going? So basically with that, it's funny, I like talk about a certain topic and it always comes back to money, you know, or mindset, obviously. They're the two areas I love the most, obviously. So when you're thinking about that hustle mentality, just going back to that, it comes back to conditioning from parents. It comes back to society. It comes back to our personality as well. Now, you don't need to be push all the time, because when you are going to burn yourself out, okay? And you need to base your goals, your business, like what you want in life, around your lifestyle and around obviously helping people. Hey Nick, how you going? And you need to base it around yourself, because everyone is different, okay? So I could tell one person that that they've got to work a certain way, but it's not going to fit them. So you've got to find out what works for you. Hey Lee, how you going? And so basically, if your goals are, for example, you want to have a business that allows you to work from anywhere in the world, doing what you want, when you want, and you help people from all around the world, then setting up a physical business where you have to be in one spot. Oh, hey Alison, how you going? Your name didn't pop up. So setting up a business where you have to be in one spot, like my old bootcamp business, for example, or where you're working in a gym, or if you've got a bricks and mortar kind of retail shop or something like that, then that's not going to work for your long-term goal. Now, you might start off with that and have steps in place to be able to change that. That's totally fine. But, oh, another wallaby. I was showing all my clients all these wallabies before. Hey Tyson, how you going? There we go. It's a big one. Okay, I'm going to turn this back around. So that's not going to fit your long-term goals, yeah? So what you need to do is look at that long-term vision. And so if it's to travel around the world and work with people all around the world, that's what I've set up now, yeah? And it took a while, obviously, but I can now work from wherever I want around the world. I travel a lot. I traveled 16 times last year. And I work with people from all around the world in multiple countries. And so so basically the way that I do that is all of my stuff is either online or over the phone. I have membership sites, I have Facebook groups, I have different levels of my programs, and I run international retreats around the world, yeah? But I started out as a personal trainer with boot camps, and that meant that, yeah, I was earning 200 grand from that. I'm earning a lot more than that now, and I'm actually working less, and I don't have to be face to face. And what was I going to say? Oh, I have I probably have about the same amount of clients. I was going to say I have less clients. I have about the same amount of clients, but I don't have to be one-on-one with them, and I don't have to spend as much on staff and things like that as well. I have more structure with my staff and things like that. And actually, talking about not spending as much on staff. Good morning.
Hi.
I used to spend around $1,000 a week on trainers and babysitters for my sessions. Now I spend pretty much that for one person, but she's doing like 35 hours a week for me, yeah? And so with that, I get like film and photography and branding and design and admin and contracts and basically everything I need in my business, yeah? So you want to go back to what your goals are, what's the lifestyle that you want to create, and come from that place. And like I was saying before, when you're hustling all the time, when you're pushing, you end up just burning yourself out, yeah? And you need to have balance. Now for me, balance doesn't mean that every single week I'm working X amount of hours and I do this and I do that. You know, life's not like that. It's not completely balanced every week. For example, last week I worked a lot. I had a full day of filming on Monday. I had 2 half days of filming on Wednesday and Thursday. I created a whole mindset course last week. And I also did 2 full days of coaching. And then I had like a half a day off on Thursday with my boy. But by the end of the week, I was like really tired. Yeah, I was exhausted. So this week I'm taking more time out. Yesterday I only worked half a day. Today I've got pretty much a full day. Oh, I got like 5 or 6 phone calls today. Yeah. And then I still have time in the afternoon off with my family this afternoon. Tomorrow I've got the whole day off. Might have like 1 phone call. Thursday I have most of the day off. And then Friday I've got a full day of phone calls. So it means like I've structured things in a way that some weeks I might have a bigger week, and then other weeks I can take more time out. Yeah? So you might not be able to do this straight away in your business. It might take a bit of time, but if you just change one little thing at a time, you'll be able to get to that stage where you are able to pull yourself back and not have to be in the business every single day. Because when you're working on the business, that's where real growth comes from. Yeah? And so you want to be mainly working on the marketing and sales and giving massive value to your clients and being able to create and think about the long-term picture. So what was I going to say on that as well? So it's like literally just changing one little thing at a time, creating more time for yourself. And depending where you're at in your business, that might be putting a CRM system in place. It might be automating and systemizing processes. It might be outsourcing things to someone, like to team. If you can't afford to pay someone for however many hours, start them off on a few hours a week, or outsource to the Philippines or something like that, or find someone on Fiverr or Elance or Odesk. Yeah. And basically, there's little things that you can do, and you don't want to try and do it all at once and feel overwhelmed. Just change one thing at a time. So does anyone have any questions on that before I go? And I guess just as a wrap up, if you jumped on partway through, make sure you go back and watch the start. But as a wrap up, you don't need to hustle. You need to look at your limiting beliefs and your mindset around anything that's holding you back around hustle or around money or anything like that. You need to look at your conditioning from parents. You need to look at society and just your personality in general as well. And then look at your goals and the lifestyle that you want to create. And so if I use the example of traveling around the world and working from anywhere in the world. If what you've currently got is not supporting that, then put the steps in place to be able to get there. Yeah? You've got to just change one thing at a time and create more freedom for yourself so that you have a business that works for you, not a business that runs you, that you're a slave to. And like I said, it takes time. It's not going to change like that. You build it up over months and years. So you get to the point where you have that freedom whilst you're still making really good money. You know, like in January, I had 3 weeks off. First time I've ever done that. 1 week I was doing like a branding photo shoot and traveling around. I did the photo shoot in Santorini, and then I was in Cyprus, London, and Portugal, and then flew to Spain as well. And then I had a week in Spain with my family where I took the week off. That was the second week. And then the third week I came home and I got the flu really bad. And so my business actually still made pretty much the same amount of money as I had the month before, even though I only worked 1 week. Yeah. So, you know, you can't, I'm just going over that big log. You don't know what's going to happen. You don't have a magic ball knowing what's going to happen in your life. You might get sick. You might get injured. You might have to go travel just out of the blue, yeah? Or you might want to travel and plan that travel in. You might have a kid. You know, there's all these things that can happen, and you want to have a business that is able to run no matter what happens in your life. So I'm going to head off now, guys. I'm about to walk up a massive hill to get home and get my daughter ready for school. Does anyone have any questions or comments? Let me know if you found that useful. If anyone's watching this afterwards, then just feel free to comment here or post any questions, and I'm happy to answer them at any time. And that's really noisy. Just letting you know as well, I've got my free group, the Community of Kick-Ass Action Takers. So join me there if you're not in there already. I also have 7 spots left for my 6-figure system, okay? It's starting in a month's time. And the people who are in this round are getting amazing results. One of my clients, Karen, she put up her first piece of marketing. She actually didn't even put any ad spend into it, didn't put it up as an ad, just an organic post. And she ended up getting 40 leads in 2 or 3 days. And then within half a week, she made $10,500. in half a week, and she lives in a rural town. There's other people that have got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 leads for very cheap, some of them as little as 20 cents, and they're making hundreds and thousands of dollars in just 1 week. Plus, just it's an amazing supportive community, and they're just really supportive of each other and really changing their mindset as well for continued success, not just short-term success. So if you want to have a chat about that, if you think that it's suitable for you, you want to find out more and have a chat, basically it's not like a big sales pitch. I basically talk to you about where you're at, get to know you a little bit, and chat about your goals and what you're struggling with, and give you some tips and value around that. So if you want to do that, just let me know and shoot me a PM, and I will organize a chat with you. And that's for people who want to earn 6 figures or multiple 6 figures this year. So like I said, 7 spots left. Last round filled up very quickly. So if you want to really be moving forwards this year, then let's have a chat. Michaela said, random question, do you think live videos are more efficient or short film videos? I think that a mixture of both is good. Live streams are really good because people can see what you're doing in the moment, and it builds engagement. You can ask questions as you're going. So I would do like daily posts on Facebook. I would do like daily live streams as well, and then have your videos as part of your marketing strategy throughout the month, Michaela. Does that help? And does anyone else have any questions before I go? God, this guy's noisy. Awesome. Okay, guys, I'm going to head off. Feel free to comment here or send me a personal message if you want to have a chat or have any questions. Have an awesome day, and I'll talk to you guys soon.